So our next group from ASCE.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Zach Wiener. I'm with the Duke American Society of Civil Engineers.
I'm Miranda, and I'm one of the conference chairs. Zach is the other conference chair.
And I'm Lindsay, and I'm the treasurer. And I've been in the club since my freshman year, and I think it's a really great way for students to gain hands-on experience with real, actual projects, designing and building that they normally wouldn't do in a classroom. Our biggest project is the Concrete Canoe. We race it in the annual Carolinas Conference, which takes place in the spring. Last year it was in Charleston, South Carolina, and we were hosted by the Citadel. The goal is to create a high-strength, lightweight canoe and race it against other teams to the finish line. We're also judged on the quality and construction of our Concrete Canoe.
While we're there, we also participate in other design competitions. There's civil engineering trivia. We participate in a surveying competition, so we take surveying equipment with us to participate in that. And that's one of the skills we learn in class. Another thing is we present the canoe. We make a presentation on its design. And there are various other technical competitions that, depending on the skill set of our members at the time, we may or may not participate in.
So this year, there's probably going to be a couple of changes to the conference from what we did last year. The conference is hosted by Georgia Tech, which is in Atlanta, so it's a little bit farther than Charleston. So our expected cost for travel and truck rental and hotel rooms is going to be increased, but our main cost difference is going to be that we're going to try to participate in the steel bridge competition, which is where we design before we get there a 20-foot long bridge and purchase the members as well as like bolts and welding supplies, and then when we get there, under various time constraints and other restrictions, we put it together. And this can be like fairly costly, and we haven't done it in the past few years, but we're really hoping to do it this year.
So this is our projected spending for 2015. I believe handouts were given to you with a more in-depth budget. But as we mentioned before, we have truck rentals, hotel rooms, gas, etc., and that's pretty costly. But what we're mainly looking for is funds for our supplies, like for the wood for our formwork, for our concrete, for aggregates for the concrete. And this year we got a really big head start on our formwork for the canoe, so that means we have more time to do different tests for our concrete, and we're hoping to get higher quality aggregates this year. Our non-conference spending, we do a lot of things with the Durham and Duke community, and we're hoping to do more this year. So just these past couple of weeks, we participated in a creative food drive where we built a structure out of food cans, and then we ended up donating the food cans to the Durham community. We also host weekday workday lunches, so I guess our members are getting up right now to go to the workday. We have them every week Saturday, 11 to 2 in our lab in Hudson. And then we also this year have been participating in site tours and info sessions. Just yesterday we toured the West Union, and next week I think our president, James, is going to be giving an AutoCAD presentation to another engineering club, Deed. So we're really getting involved in the community and in the Duke community as well. And we're hosting an e-social, I think next weekend, and we'll be providing the food and t-shirts for that as well. So
So as you can see, this is our current progress on the canoe for this upcoming conference. And what you see here is the wood cross-sections spaced every foot apart. And so those are traced from AutoCAD drawings. And this year we've actually made the canoe a little bit narrower to try to reduce the roll in the water. Then the next step is to cover the cross-sections with thin pine strips. And then after that we'll be covering it with the pink foam that you can see in the background, followed by plastic wrap, which will hopefully keep the concrete from sticking. The plan is to have all of the formwork completed by the end of this semester, so that in early January we can finish our concrete testing and then pick a mixed design and actually pour the concrete. As you can see, this is in our lab space in the basement of Hudson, and what we're really proud of is that we do all this work with pretty limited faculty interaction. A lot of the other schools that we compete with have a significantly higher amount of funding and faculty oversight. Some of them have this canoe as part of their curriculum, so it would be a design project that they would be graded on, and they have a lot of reason to succeed. And we're really proud of the fact that we do all of this on our own and succeed on our own without that.
So our other funding sources, this year we asked for funding from the SOSC and received $2,000, mainly because we expected the conference budget to go up because of the travel distance and the fact that we're actually renting a safer truck this year. Last year our truck was highly dangerous and we drove to Charleston in the middle of a storm and we just did not want to do that again, so we're renting a safer truck. We're asking for $3,000 for the EAC and we expect about $2,000 of material donations from different vendors that we've received in the past.
Our group makeup this year includes our faculty advisor, Joan A. Doe, who is the Director of Undergraduate Studies of Civil, and he's been our faculty advisor for the past few years. Our executive board is made primarily up of seniors, including one sophomore, and we are trying really hard this year to get more involved in the Duke and Durham communities, and so we actually have a lot of interest from underclassmen as well, like freshmen and sophomores, and pretty much every weekend we have about 15 to 20 participating members who come to work days or attend the site tours and info sessions that we have been making a really big effort to provide for the community. And last year we had 12 people travel to conference with us, and this year we're expecting to have the same number or more. Thank you for your time.
Thank you very much.
Any questions? How did the competition go last time?
So we actually didn't place in the Concrete Canoe races last year because our canoe sort of cracked in the middle and we had to think of an idea to save the canoe from sinking, so we duct taped it along different stress lines. So we were thinking about where to duct tape it. But this year we're really hoping to get a better, stronger concrete than we did last year, and hopefully we'll be able to place again because we have in the past.
One of our members participated in a competition where he wrote a paper about the design of the canoe, and he actually placed for his paper.
Good.
Okay.
Thank you.